So hello guys, I'm Dheeraj. Let us begin 2.4 Academic Standards in Science. So these standards describe what students should be able to do in science learning, what not what teachers teach. So previously we saw instructional objectives from teachers' point of view, but now we have to see from students' point of view while learning. Okay, so the first academic standard is conceptual understanding, which means ability to understand scientific concepts clearly and explain them with reasons and examples. So the learner has to explain the concepts if he understood, and then he has to know how to compare. He has to be able to give reasons, but he should not focus on rote memorization. So explaining concepts in one's own words is called conceptual understanding. So we have to think from student point of view. Next academic standard is asking questions and making hypotheses, which means the learner has to make meaningful questions, clarify doubts, and predict outcomes based on reasoning. So hypothesis, making questions, how to question, predicting results, hypothesis formation, no guessing, thinking logically. So the student has to be an active listener, not a passive listener. So predicting results of experiments leads to asking questions and hypotheses. So he will ask more doubts to the teacher, and he will learn the art to how to ask questions, how to think, how to predict the results. So it is called asking questions and making hypotheses. Third academic standard is the experimentation and field investigation. So which means ability to perform experiments, handle apparatus, record observations, and conduct field investigations. So how to do experiments, how to change the variables, field visits. So hands-on experimental work, if the learner knows, he will achieve the experimentation and field investigation academic standard. So if a student only watches the demonstrations or any experiment, this is not what we want. The hands-on practical experience is very important. Fourth academic standard is information skills and projects, which means ability to collect, analyze, and interpret information from various sources and conduct projects. So from interviews, from questionnaires, from various projects, if we are able to collect information and interpret, collect, analyze, interpret information, then this academic standard is achieved. This is not achieved through textbook learning. Textbook learning is not sufficient. So project work, data collection will lead to information skills. How do we collect information? How do we deal with the data collected? That is why it is called information skills and projects academic standard. Next is communication through drawing, model making. So if the learner has the ability to express scientific ideas using diagrams, graphs, charts, and models, it is achieved. So drawing diagrams, making graphs, flow charts, making models, it is called communication through drawing and model making. Along with verbal explanation, if you are showing some evidences, proofs, if you are working on the concept, it is this academic standard deals with that. So explaining concepts not only through verbally but through diagrams is called, which it will lead to communication skills. You will have improvement in it. Next academic standard is appreciation and aesthetic sense values. So ability to appreciate science, scientists, nature, and develop values and aesthetic sense. So a learner has to respect, if he learns science, he will have a respect towards scientist, love towards nature, love for nature, constitutional values. There is no mechanical learning in science. So appreciation of nature and scientific values is called aesthetic sense and values. And this is academic standard number 7 is called application to daily life concern to biodiversity. So be it biology, this is very important. So application, ability to apply scientific knowledge in daily life and show concern for environment and biodiversity, daily life application, environmental protection, biodiversity awareness. So when we use science in daily life situation, this academic standard is achieved. So we have total 7 academic standards for physical sciences and biology. So physics, chemistry, biology, we have the same standards, but accordingly we have to modify. So academic standards focus on learners' ability, not content coverage. So it is from learner's perspective. So don't get confused. Academic standards means it is not syllabus. Academic standards means it is not teaching methods. It is not even examination pattern. They are learning outcomes. Thank you.